Hello, my name is Siroja. I come to you from northern Siberia. I very much like this book, 80-10-10. However, lately it's very difficult to follow this diet because fruit truck has not come for 2 weeks. I have rice, I have potato. However, I watch video where Dr. Doug Graham says cooked food is poison and to skip a meal if you can't get fruit. I have skipped many meals. Doctor says if I continue to skip meals I may die. Please, if you have any suggestions for what I should do, please comment below.
Hello, this is PortableVegan.
Hey, and I'm Sam. I'm fine. I'm not really stuck in northern Siberia. Sorry about my crummy Russian accent.
We did this video to talk about how having the 80-10-10 diet, how it's extremely ethnocentric. There are certain places around the world that are not privileged by getting produce trucks as readily as in the States or other areas of the world that are more privileged.
Yeah, and it was meant as a joke, but I mean, legit, like, if you live in northern Siberia, I mean, you may not get a fruit truck all the time. It's really true. I mean, certain parts of, different countries, they just might not have the access. And if you're telling people that they can't eat potatoes and rice, that it's it's just silly. Yeah, I think we sometimes in America kind of have a limited perspective and just think that, oh, we can just walk down to Whole Foods. Well, everyone can do that, right? Like people in China and in Tibet, they can just go to the. No, they can't. They don't have access to these stores, and it's ethnocentric and elitist to think that that's the case. We're privileged. I mean, come on. We live in, a country that has a lot more access to produce and to a lot of different things. Well, I think part of it is just, we're trying to be inclusive for people. I mean, I think most people with a heart want veganism to spread all over the world. We're not looking to just have a few rich people. You just sit around and eat fruit all day. It's like, man, we know that veganism is the right thing, and that's what we want to have spread. And man, if you can be if you can be high fruit, that's bonus. If you can, that's awesome. But the main thing is be vegan. Like we want to save the animals, we want to save the planet. That's what we're after. We don't need, if you can be, we know fruit's awesome. Everybody knows. Okay, and I think that's what's awesome about learning about foods like potatoes, like rice,
Yep.
Quinoa. It's awesome. I mean, there's nothing wrong with eating these foods. Broccoli, you're gonna tell like I was reading some comments, like people thinking that, like someone mentioned like steamed broccoli is bad for you. Are you kidding me? Like no, of course it's not. Like, so I think it's just this whole like Woodstock Fruit Festival drama is just kind of highlighting, I mean, what's I think smart people can kind of figure out what's truth and what's people's egos getting in the way of, a really positive vegan message.
Yep.
That's what we want the world to go vegan. And man, and like Freely was saying, like we're getting maybe to a tipping point. Like
Yep.
it might be happening. I mean, maybe we're not there yet, but man, we're moving in that direction.
Yep.
And dude, it's like you're either gonna get on the boat or you're not gonna be on there. And
Yep.
it's like, dude, you're not gonna get everyone to eat fruit. It's just not gonna happen. Are you freaking crazy? Like, it's not gonna happen. But people, rice, yeah, maybe. And potatoes, yeah, dude. Bread, vegan bread, yeah, like that's possible. So just be realistic, man. Stop being elitist.
So we just wanted to bring this video up because I feel like it has been discussed a little bit, but in the video blogs, this topic has not really been discussed.
Yeah, location.
Yep,
really.
Location is a really big thing,
We're
and
privileged.
we live in a privileged
here.
area of the world.
And not everyone is so privileged to have fruit all the time like we are. And it's silly, and it's kind of, not silly, but ignorant to think that everyone has the same privileges that we do. So I think just be more thoughtful. We want people all over the world to be able to be vegan, not just some rich people in the United States.
And I think also what it comes down to is any ideology has the perspective of those that created it and is limited as such. So we need to be able to challenge such perspectives to be able to make it applicable to everyone around the world.
I hope we didn't, offend anyone.
Yeah,
Russian people.
we know that we used Russian as an example of being in an area that might be inundated by snow and might not get produce as readily. Now, I've been learning Russian for the past 3 years, so I did not want this to come across as me making fun of people in Russia.
And I mean, my heritage is Russian, and Conrad has friends that he chats with online in Russia, so, we're just using it as one example. I mean, there's a lot of parts of Russia that are very progressive and probably have plenty of access to fruits, but, there's parts that aren't. So.
And there's other parts of other countries that don't have access, or they might not have the financial resources to get as much produce as what would be needed to be able to meet the dietary and caloric needs that you would need in a day, or for their entire family. So if they can at least be able to get some produce, like, they shouldn't be ostracized or shunned because they can't adhere to this elitist mindset. So anyway, I hope that this video helped to maybe bring up topics that people may not have been thinking about, but we hope that maybe this will help to bring about a mentality of raw food, raw vegan, in a way that's more inclusive, because we would love to expand this around the world. And if us as the privileged people in the world had this such elitist perspective, then how are people in areas that aren't as privileged going to be able to adhere and grow in the health benefits that you can gain from eating in this lifestyle? And I would love to hear what people think around the globe. If they know English, and I would really love to hear what it's like for them. Are they able to meet the 80-10-10 caloric intake for raw produce? I would love this whole 80-10-10 starch solution, China study, raw till 4 to combine together and grow to be a holistic perspective that is able to move internationally.
Yeah. Well, it's the world we're talking about. Yeah, just like I said before, it's not like you people on Wall Street, Occupy raw food, baby.
Yeah. Occupy! Raw only! But anyway, so, again, Portable Vegan, feel free to email me any questions, concerns, ideas, inspirations, whatever may come at portablevegan@gmail.com.
Yeah, man, keep veganism for the 99%. Okay?
Yep.
That's where it's at.
Absolutely.
Dude, that's awesome. Eat your potatoes. Eat your rice.
Yeah, seriously. Like, oh my god. I'm like,
pasta.
Potatoes help so many people around the world.
Dude, I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for potatoes. Like, that's what my ancestors probably survived
exactly.
on. In Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe, Ireland. A lot of people have survived off of potatoes. Yeah. And I can tell you this much, they probably did not eat them raw.
No. Thank God for potatoes.
Exactly. Raw produce can induce fever, so it's good to cook them. Like, you have to cook them.
Really true.
I'm not sure if that's true.
It might be true.
It might be.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know I cook my potatoes when I eat
check
them.
out the Starch Solution, right?
But honestly, you know what's a better book?
Yeah, the Starch Solution.
The Starch Solution. Now, honestly, I am more of the mentality that I think that I want to get most of my caloric intake from fruit and vegetables, if I can. But you know what? I see nothing wrong with eating starches. Okay?
Yeah,
so, high carb.